I've got the wee sink screwed in the wall. I've got the taps on it. I'm going to get it plumbed up. I'm not plumbed the plumbing yet. I'm doing electrical work today, but I thought I'd get this. I'm tripping over things, you see. I need to know where sockets go and stuff like that. And before I know where sockets go, I need to know where the sink's going, where the microwave's going, where the instant boil cup's going. And you don't want to have wires too close to a sink. Not that the sink's ever going to be full of water. This is only rinsing out a cup of tea. That's all this thing's going to be used for. I could even use it for brushing my teeth and all that there. I'm in my bedroom, like, I'll do the basics. But doing the wee drain now, like. So this sink here is, I got it 18 years ago when Adria closed down. So it's been in Adria long. This is an old sink. This won't be seen from my bed. I like a bit of history, like. You know, so even if the sink is not 100% perfect and stuff like that, it does my job. If I had a brand new sink free, I still like the idea of using this. So there's me, the plumbing now. So I'm not going to have no pipes on this side. I'm going to run the pipes on the other side. And it's all recycling here, boys. So I have a fitting here now. And that's the same size of pipe that I'm using. That U-bend will do alright. So all I'll do now is mark now, roughly when that screws on. So I'll take this pipe out and I'll drill me a hole through here, making the hole just slightly bigger. So I'm going to drill the hole straight through, and then you have to really wobble the pipe a wee bit when you attach it on. So I'll take this out now, mark it, drill the hole, put this on, push pipe through. Maybe a two-man job. That suppose I'll put the pipe on this side then push it through, and then see if we get in the last. But at least you can say one thing's finished, because there's way a lot in my house not finished. The house won't be totally finished the next year. See things like wee trimmings and skirting boards and carpet and all that type of thing. That'll be next year. So with electrical today, do this bit first and do electrical. Get all the sockets up and go. This is a wee update in my bedroom. Haven't got time to make the videos no more. I just got to get this room finished. So I'm not doing detailed videos no more, because very few people do what I do anyway. But what I've come to since the last video's been made, I'm no longer putting a 55-inch TV in there. I bought myself a 42-inch TV. So I'm going to change this lid now, so the only part of the lid opens up. But I've been concentrating on the electrical and the plumbing. So the reason why this was built to begin with was because of the water valve in there. My water valves in there couldn't shift it, so I came up with the idea. I needed a radiator along the window, so I came up with the idea of putting the water valve, building this cabinet around the water valve by getting this electric lift. And the radiator, I just don't know where to risk putting the radiator on. The radiator's sitting there, like, I don't know risk putting it on, and maybe the air locking in the system and the house being freezing. But we'll do the plumbing first here. So last time I did the last video, I ended off here with two connections here. I've taken them connections off now and I've extended the pipe. This wee one down here, this is the cold. So that's going down there to the outside, where I'm going to have an outside shower. I don't know if it's hot going out the outside. If there is, I need to add it on. So I need to cut that pipe and add it on. But I don't know. I can't do anything. Probably next year. At the minute now, I've got the panels up. They're not fixed up. There's the panels for the outdoor shower. If I go on ahead and do it, there will be an outdoor shower, but I don't know about getting glass for the roof. And so the pipe's ended off there. I can't have a pipe like that exposed. If I do plant pipe, it's going to be chrome, and it's freeze in the winter time. So the idea I could do with turning off the water, but that's something to work on. Them panels are 4 inches thick. If there's a double glazed roof on, it won't freeze. But so that's a work in progress. Try and get the room finished first. So I brought the pipes along here. I'm going to lower the ceiling, and that's as low as I can put the pipes. Originally I put 4 sets of pipes there, hot and cold, for my sink. So they go across then, they drop down behind to the sink here. So there's the 2 pipes coming in there now, the hot and the cold. They drop down. I can isolate the water here if I want now. I'm using some push connectors. You know what, they're pretty good. You can twist the pipe with a push connector, which is handy when you want to reposition these. You can twist them around. The waste pipe turned out to be very complicated to get the waste pipe. Originally the waste pipe was here. That's where the waste pipe was, and I thought it would come straight down the floor and all I'd have to do is bring it straight up. Wasn't going to be. Because there's the original pipes in the house. And the one pipe went along there. One pipe came across here and the waste pipe was in between them. But when it comes down here, that's oil heating pipe. That's not water pipe. So that water pipe goes under this oil heating pipe. And the other pipe came down this side. And the waste pipe there, that's where the waste pipe was. So I terminated the waste pipe there and brought it up. So that's where the waste pipe was. And then because of the wee alcove, but if you can see, I've used second-hand fittings. Like, there's some brand new fittings that I've left over from the last kitchen. There's one new fitting. All them other fittings is all old. That's all old pipe. So this is my last DIY project. I'm finished once I do this. I'm going into retirement as far as DIY. No big jobs. So no point in having spares no more. I'm using up what I can. I'm only buying what I have to. And it's the same with the plumbing. I had them pipe connectors. £150 almost for the copper piping. But that's for the heating as well. Copper piping is very expensive. So yesterday I finished. I was 2 corner connectors short. That's all was short. So I got a bag of them today. So one of the problems there is, I'm in a bungalow. Ideally hot water should go under the floor. There was the pipes under the floor. There's too many pipes here. As well as them pipes coming down here. You can't see them now. There's other ones going after them, the radiators. There's a radiator pipe there, you see. And that goes across here, linking on. I can't get pipes under the floor. Can't use them ones. Too complicated. If there's no floor there, So I brought the pipes up across the top. This roof's going to be lowered. So it can't be any lower than that there. I'll probably be an inch above that there. But the roof's going to be lowered. So that's the minimum I could put the pipes. But by the time these corner connections go on, they take up more space. And they could have been just slightly closer together, but I don't have that precision. So I can't see me getting all 2 radiator pipes in there. So the idea was now, I'm going to take this pipe up here and run it into the cupboard. So it's a bit awkward the way it's sitting the way out. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll take it into the cupboard. I would follow this black line and the other one's here. So the one out there would be the higher one. This one would be the lower one. Follow them black lines. Run the 2 pipes up the wall. Because this is giving off heat in the cupboard. This is my wardrobe. That's 600ml out to there. 600ml out to there. Normally it closes at 500ml out. So your clothes or whatever your shelves will be coming back here. And that was deliberately going to be left blank for the heat of the pipes to come off on here. So between the heat coming off the floor and the heat of these pipes, that's enough for this wardrobe. That side there will be used to store towels and stuff, tea cloths, all that kind of stuff. All the stuff you put in your hot press, I would put in there. I just need to put a wee bit of wood to stop them touching the cold pipe. And this side here would be for the clothes. Not that I have a big pile of clothes. I have a lot of same clothes. A lot of brand new clothes, not even opened. That's the way I always bulk buy. But I can't see me getting the 2 pipes out there. I'll try. So I've carved the wood away a bit. And I just might get 2 out there. In fact, I might get the pipes out there. It all depends on the corner on the far side. The problem with putting radiators on like this now, that's the high point on the pipes. Air rises. She's going to get airlocked. So I have to put on self air bleeding things. And they have to come off on a T and go into the attic. But these pipes are flat against the thing, so you see them going to put like a bender pipe or something around the other ones. So I'm not quite sure what's happening there. But as on the internet it says, if the pump is going to be sucking in and blowing out, if the pump's sucking in, it can suck air in one of these. But that doesn't mean there's still air in it. So either way, I can close them off. If air gets sucked in, I can close it off. But I'm going to install 2 of them. Normally it's only bungalows have this problem. If you had a 2-story house, you'd have another radiator above these. So it's not a problem. The radiator has to be the highest point to get the air out. If there's no radiator high up, you've got to put these things on. I think I got one there in the wee box there now. There's one there. One of these wee jobs here. So you put that on there, and then you put about a foot or so of pipe, and the air will rise up the pipe, hit this here, and then there's a wee fancy mechanism inside that if there's air on it, the water will push the air out. So a wee float goes up and down. Don't know exactly how it works, but they do work. And if they go wrong, you can screw it shut, because they can go wrong occasionally. Just like everything else, it's mechanical. So I'm all organised now. Keep my plumbing stuff in there. I've got that leads me out. This is the hot flow. The hot flow is low. There's nothing you can do about it in a bungalow. That's as much hot water goes on. The cold, brilliant in the cold. But the only other thing I'm thinking is if I don't know about the shower, whether it's going to give me a gas powered shower. I'm thinking about gas, and if it's gas, it's cold only. If I go for gravity fed shower, just from the hot water cylinder, I'll have to put another hot pipe on here, but that'll be next year. And if I put another hot pipe on here, I'm going to put a booster pump on here. They're about £120, and that's going to be a double socket. I can plug it into this double socket. It's just a wee pump, inline pump, brilliant invention, and that'll pressurize the hot water then, so it should be sucking the water through quick and blowing it, and that'll be like a power shower out there, and that solves that problem. So the only problem I have there is getting the jaw bit out. That's why I hard getting the angle out. I thought the shower wall would be further back and I could have went straight out. It didn't work out that way. So it's not hard for me to pull them pipes apart and put another junction on. But I'm not doing it now because I don't know what shower is going out there. And it's very easy for me to retrofit it, like, you know, it's very easy to get at. This panel will come off when I go to plumb it up. That leaves me now with the ring circuits. That's the original socket in the house. I'll put a new plug on, but that's one of the originals on the ring circuit. Now the last people put that in, you can see with the wall they put it in, but that's where I've come off. And the cable from that day came across and came down to, I don't know where the other socket was. Oh, the other socket was in this wall. So that came across and under this wall, I took that wall away. So that cable now runs across the attic, and that cable is coming down to there. That's the length of it. So I don't really need a socket up here, but it's handier having a socket to join wires rather than connectors. And it'll probably never be used, but I'd rather put a socket on, rather than, I could put a whole new flex in. That's too hard, trying to feed flex down. That's the flex that's there. That's my first socket there. The wire then comes off that, and then I need a socket there, you see, but the wire wasn't long enough. So I'll take a spur of that down to it. So that's where I need it. I don't need one there, I need one there. That one there is going to power the TV lift and whatever else is in there. So I need that TV lift needs power. And I think there's something else. The projector screen needs power. So the projector screen and the TV lift are plug in here underneath. So that means that the flex comes out across here then into this wall, and then it comes down to this socket here. So this socket here is going to, I'll be a shelf and I'll put on here, and I'm going to have my wee 1 cup boiler, and I might put a microwave, don't know, but if I put a microwave and I'm definitely having a 1 cup boiler, so I get up in the morning and make a wee cup of tea. I'm going to have to see if I get that wee cupboard for there too, for a few cereal bowls and stuff. Just doesn't have to be big, because it's only for when I get my breakfast in the morning. So what I might even do is get my breakfast ready the night before, set it in here, and then ready for the morning. Not that by the time I get retired, I won't be in a rush to go anywhere. So it goes from that socket to this socket, and then from that socket then it goes down to these three. This is for my computer, laptop. My computer desk is going here. And then after them three then, it's going down to that one on the floor. Because stuff like printers and stuff, there's always something on the floor, isn't there, like underneath. You don't want flexes trailing down. I might have made a slight mistake here, but we'll come on to that in a minute. That's the light switch from there. I've got a single one to put on there now. I didn't have light switches, so I put that on temporary. So I've got a single one. So what I'm thinking of doing now, I want that light switch taken away. I can either put on a single socket, a blank plate, or make it into another double. And I buy these sockets, I buy in packs of 5. They're MK. It's got an antibacterial plastic and a double pole. Double pole means a normal socket will turn off the live, but the neutral stays, what you want to call it, live. So if somebody's rewired it up wrong, it's still live. Double pole turns both of them off. So that's like a washing machine switch. If you turn off your washing machine, anything that's built in, normally in big square switches is double pole. That'll turn, when I turn that off, both of them turn off. So I can leave things plugged in. I don't have to unplug them, and it's safe. So that's why they're all double pole sockets. MK. MK's, I don't know what country, it's going back for years. There's an old box of them there, so I buy a box of 5. Works out a wee bit cheaper. 20-year guarantee, like, I'd love me, so it will. Double pole. 13 amp double pole. You can buy them individually as well. And one of that one there's one. That's an older one there. It was lying around. So the way you wire them up at the back, it keeps them all in line. It's called logic. So it keeps them all in line, making it handy. Rather than normally sockets would you cut all the flexes different lengths. This one you cut the flex all the same length. The newest one of them now has these wee clips on it, like them wee connectors. That's on temporary. And you know what? It's the first time to use them. Dead handy. And the new sockets, the one above that, comes with them. They're a bit more expensive. But if you've never done wiring before, dead handy. So, because you need to know roughly how tight to tighten your screws. If you don't tighten them enough, they overheat. So I might just put an old double on there. I'm moving the light switch over to here. I'll tell you why now. So when it goes past that double socket, it goes over to this double socket over here. I know, it goes over that double socket. Then again, the flex wasn't long enough. So I'm going to run a spur down to this one. And then it goes back up into the attic and back down to this one. That's the loop complete. So I'll take a spur of that and down to there. Then again, a lot of times you have smart plugs and stuff. So if I have something like a 4-lead extension board, you can plug it in a smart plug and put it behind the bed. Like you don't necessarily want to show it, but as you get older, you can't bend down. So I want the sockets high up so I can get at them. This one here was for my hour timer. I'll do a video separate on the hour timer, how I use the hour timer. And I was using a greenhouse thermostat. I made a video on it more than a year ago. But this time now it's been updated. I've got a modern one now. I got my Wi-Fi changed to 2.5 gigahertz. So I have this thing in a year, 2.5 gigahertz. And I'll see if I get it. So this is what I'll be using for my hour timer. That's a Miros, whatever it is. Whole pile of them. I don't know if it's focused. It's focused on now. It's an MTS 960. And what it is, so this doesn't have to be in show. This is Wi-Fi. Because the old one I had would have to plug in here. This one now is going to go in behind here. So I'm going to what is it I'm going to do? Oh, there's the lead there for my oil. So that's the one coming to the oil burner. That comes straight from the fuse board to the oil burner. It's not long enough. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a single socket here. And that's going to wire into a single socket. This thing here then plugs into the single socket. And that hangs up on the wall beside it. I say I don't need to see it. My oil burner then plugs into that. So a 13 amp lead goes straight from that out to my oil burner. I'll run up along this wall. And I go straight along this wall here. And there's my oil burner lead. So ideally later on, I'll join onto the cable now. I have no choice. Go right through the walls, very tight, but I'll change that to flex later on. So I'll just connect that onto that. So this goes in between, and what this does then is, this is Wi-Fi. The old one would turn the oil off and on. You could do it with your phone and all the rest, but this one will also change the temperature, and that's why I went for this one. So we'll say I want 18 degrees at night, but I want 22 in the morning, and then I want to go down to whatever it is, or that change the temperature of the room. It comes with this heat sensor here. This heat sensor is, now the old one I had, the heat sensor was built into the unit itself. So the unit would have to go at the right height, which is why that plug's there. But this one here doesn't. It comes with this heat sensor. So I can drill a hole anywhere through that wall I want and have that wee heat sensor just sitting out. It'd be above a picture or something like that. Bearing in mind, it depends the height you put, it depends on the heat you get. So the whole idea of me doing this room is so when I get elderly, you see the sunshine on here now. It's a cold day out there, but I've no heating on it, and in here's warmer. And the whole idea is that I can spend as much time in this wee room here instead of heating the whole house. And the rest of the radiators are put defrost, whatever it is. But I'm not elderly at the minute, and I might want to stay warm in my living room. So what I'll do then, I'll have this sensor and I'll have a wee hole for it to go out. But there's my living room to outside that wall. I'm going to drill a hole through the wall. So if I'm normal, you want the whole house warm, I can put that into the living room. But don't move the unit, and everything works the same way. That's a big long lead it comes with. So there's plenty, once it's in, there's plenty of space to move the lead. So I couldn't get it going before because my internet was 5 gigahertz. This is 2.5, but I've got it changed now. New contract with Virgin. Virgin was paying the £28 down to 23, 33 now. See what happens when you tell them you're going to leave. So that's what's going to happen here. So I'm going to do the wiring now. The plumbing's about finished. Can't do no more with the plumbing. I say for the amount of money it costs to run the hot water there and the copper piping, you think was it worthwhile running the hot? All I need is cold to run out my mug. But I've sort of got the idea of putting the booster pump on. It's about £120. So I'm not going to do it. The only problem that puts me off the booster pump and why I'm not actually doing it is whenever you buy an electric shower, you come a big unit to go on the wall. Whenever you get a wall shower, they want you to bring the pipes from behind. Like, that's not a hollow wall. That wall there is all insulation. And that's what sort of puts me off. I've seen ones in eBay for £50 that would do my job where the plumbing comes underneath. But that's eBay, isn't it? Would you trust eBay? Something like plumbing. So basically you'd have your chrome pipe would just go underneath and then the mixer valve. So that's probably the way I'm going to go. Or else I'm going to go gas. The gas ones, I don't know nothing about them. I've only discovered it on YouTube, and the gas one I go there, that's a chimney, but you know, gas is gas, you can kill yourself. But the only thing with the gas, because it's a Chinese thing, nobody's going to service it, like. And if it starts burning the wrong way, how are you going to know? But so I'm thinking about that yet. That'll be the last thing. I'm going to have this left out last night there, boys. So had to get the glass back in that door. So that's it now. This is me re-update. So what I think I'll do now, because that was meant for the oil, I'll put the light switch now over here. And light switch for this cupboard. So I might just stick a double socket there. You can never have too many sockets next to your computer, like. You go through a lot. The amount of hard drives and all I have, each hard drive can have its own plug. That's what I reckon. Of my TV box more or less finished. I need 2 hinges for this lid here. Can't get hinges, like, keep ordering and screw fix. So these wee compartments are separate now. Whenever it's completely finished, I'm going to block up this slot here. And the whole idea, I'm going to take this wood away. And I'm going to put air vents in the bottom when the radiator's on. But wait until the radiator's on first. See how the heat moves. So ideally the heat will get sucked in the bottom, up through them gaps, and the heat can come on out and out. And I'll put a rubber seal all along here to stop any heat getting in, and it stops this thing here from banging as well. So that has to be done, but apart from that, mechanically everything's going. There'll be another pelmet put across here, join them together, and this wire then will run behind the pelmet and come down and plug into these plugs. This side here, there's no hinges yet. I'm waiting on hinges, so that'll hinge the same as that side. The double socket in there now. There's a 6 socket board, so the TV's in that and the TV lifts in that, and I'll put the projector into that as well. So I'll make a wee hole going through. I'll take this plug off and run the flex along the bottom instead of having my flex hanging over here. And there's still a wee bit of storage like. There's the original. The reason why I built this now is because of the main water valve. The main water valve is in there. If I want to turn the water off, I can just turn the water off in there. If I want to turn the hot water off now to the rest of the shower and stuff, I have a valve in there for the hot water. So you can't get the two mixed up now. So it's dead handy like. Instead of fiddling around with screwdrivers. But apart from that now, whenever I get these two hinges, I'll get them the one pack in store. I'll get one pack this evening like. So in fact, one pack's all I need. So I'll get the hinges in this one here this afternoon. And that'll get that lined up and all. But we see her going now. We see us here now. The projector, I got the projector moved back into the wall. I took the plaster off the wall. And I got that button pulling tighter to the wall. And as the projector comes down, she has to miss the light switch. I just briefly touch these two wee hooks here. And that gets around past the hinges. So see the hinges, the way the hinges not stick out. It's a very narrow gap. What I'm doing with my controls now then. I had them in my hand a minute. There we go. So here we go now. This is the mechanical part of it all finished now. Put the TV up. So before, when I first built it, I tried it with a 55-inch TV. It blocked the wind out completely. It's just this big solid wall. By keeping the worktop separate now, them hinges there need adjusted a wee bit at the back. See where it's holding the top up. But if I get all that done, I might even put a new worktop on that. That was all demonstration there, like. So the TV's programmed to stop automatically there now. And if I want now, if I say the light sunshine on, I can bring the projector screen down and still be able to see out each side and out the window. The projector screen should go down as well, even when the TV's up. Well, see, that there now, that's comfortable and I'm not getting blinded. But you can still see the raining and stuff like that. Sometimes the early morning the sun will shine right on. That's her there. If I was watching a movie, I would put up to there like. That's movie mode. And put the TV back down again now, because I want to watch a movie. Oh, I had the remote control, need it down. This projector set to auto focus every time because it's only portable at the minute. Once it's set up, I won't need the autofocus. Threw the control down, had this.
That's literally all they've said.
I had to put the password in because I changed the Wi-Fi. So there's the projector screen going now. But the only thing I say, I'll set the Wi-Fi on one of these water heaters, but I've gone for a more powerful one. One I've gone for is 38 kilowatt heater, something like that. So it's a bigger version.
So, as you can see,
they put them in
this
new
is the
shower.
water pipe, which I've used throughout
So
the
there you are
van.
now. I've got a choice now of a projector
What I've
screen
done
or the
is
TV.
got a reducer, and I got a 50mm connector, which is going to connect this to.
You have an idea on the size difference?
Yeah, so I've got a 15mm reducer to a 10mm. Yeah, so 15mm to 10mm reducer. And connected all that, pinched all that, nice and tight. Yeah, it may not make sense right now, but it will make sense in a minute. And then the piece which I need to connect this 15mm.
It's the best of both worlds now. I think that's a good job. And then whenever the radiator goes on along there, it'll look nice and neat. And get all the decor done. It's going to take a while. So that wee shower, I set the way for the shower. It's going to go outside that back door and the walls. All as far I've done with the shower so far is I've got the plumbing done. Water out there. This is as far as I've got the panels. So this shower needs to be aired. So I might just try it because it's so powerful. I'm going to try it without a roof. Because you come out, you're going to get wet anyway. And because I went for that shower, it's outdoor. And I'm going to put a drain valve on here. So whenever I'm not using it, I can drain the water off so these pipes don't freeze. But I imagine I even get part of a roof put on with glass. But I wouldn't have to go the whole way. You have to leave room for the chimney. I've seen other ones putting chimneys a lot taller on them. So until I get it, I'll have to wait to find out. But it's just going to go on now with hose lock hose. As far as the drain goes, I'm just going to higher that drain up slightly. I'm going to put tiles on flat. That's going to go out. And this will be tiled. So I'm not going to bother about any wee on your holes. And you just hose the whole thing down and give it a good rinse out. Rinse down the walls with bleach and all the rest. It's going to be handy.